I first was drinking coffee because I needed caffeine, and it was what was around. And I discovered that actually all coffee doesn't have to taste bad. I found some really good ones, and then from there I found out about home roasting because drinking good coffee is pretty expensive, and it's a lot more affordable and actually a lot more fun to roast it yourself. And it's just a great process, and it's not just a hobby now, it's kind of almost a passion, I think, for both of us.
I'm currently a student at Arizona State University, studying for a PhD in analytical chemistry.
So I had no idea how to set this up, so I actually asked Denise for help, and at the time she was not into coffee nearly the way I was.
I started to learn a lot more about the actual process of roasting coffee, and saw that there's a lot of science in every step, and really all the chemical reactions that happen during roasting, and all of the extraction and heat transfer and dissolved solid transfer that happens during brewing. It's really all science that I'm very familiar with, so it really felt comfortable from the start. A lot of things that I actually do in a chemistry lab are things that I do when I roast coffee. Using the technology is great when you want to maintain consistency in your beans, but you also need to appreciate the art of the roasting, because the beans are changing physically, and you can monitor the changes in the color, the changes in the smells, from the nice grassy and bready smells to the nice roasted coffee smells. It's really in the exploration of the flavors that you want to get out of the beans.
No two beans are the same, and they roast differently, so the key is kind of trying to figure out how to make the best tasting coffee and then replicate that process every time. We have no expectations that we're going to become billionaires selling coffee. I think we want to get into coffee, and we're getting into coffee because we genuinely love it. We love the impact it has on people.
Ultimately, what we really want to do is help communities, really, and we see it as an opportunity where we can reach out to communities and provide education, even starting or supporting programs to get kids, especially girls, interested in science and technology.
What I do for profession sometimes I feel doesn't necessarily make the world a better place, and I feel like coffee does. The best part about roasting your own coffee is actually when you've had it and you've enjoyed it, and then you go to one of the big guys and you have their coffee, which is roasted by the best of the best, and it's brewed by the best baristas in the world with the perfect water, and everything is perfect, and you taste it and it's very good, but you know what? The coffee you roasted from home tastes just as good or better. That moment, that was awesome for us.
As we expand and as we brew in bigger batches, hopefully it's something that we can continue to do, is just to make good coffee.
It gives us a lot of confidence, that we can do this. I think a lot of times when you're about to pursue something and it's scary, and you kind of feel like a fraud from the get-go, like you're not good enough to get this done. I think we were learning that, I think we are good enough. I think we're going to get there, and I think we can make this a success.
And there are great supportive communities out there, and we also have each other.
Yeah, I think that's the most important point, is that we're in this together. This is something fun that we both can do, and maybe we can turn this into something more together. What I did kind of realize was that because chemistry and coffee are so intertwined, we kind of have the opportunity to develop a coffee bean that is steeped in a true understanding of science, and because of that we can produce some of the best coffee that anyone's producing out there. I work in an office. It's not the best best environment to be in all the time. So when you find a passion, something that you really enjoy and something you can pursue beyond just a hobby that could be something bigger, you get excited about it. And I think that's where we are right now. We're both really excited about pursuing what is a passion for both of us. And here we are.